Behind me is my new four-wheeler that I got about a month ago. It's a CFMOTO 800 Touring. I've got the front end plastics all torn apart on it in the name of more unnecessary lighting. Let me explain. When I started ATV shopping, I wasn't sure what I was going to go with. I heard good things about the CFMOTO, so I figured it was worth giving it a try. I looked at like the 5 and 600, and then I saw where the 600 Touring came with a backrest. And the backrest would be good for me when I'm in the woods with my little boy or something like that. And so I'm not slinging them off the back of it. But then I found this 800 Touring model for not much more than what the 600 would be. Totally unnecessary for what I need it for, but I was like, yeah, a little bit of power or extra power is not going to hurt. Anyway, I started taking it apart because I'm not a huge fan of the orange. I was going to wrap it, at least part of it. And then I started looking at it, and the 1000 is basically identical as far as body-wise to the 800. One of the big differences, though, is there's this middle section right here, which normally has a bezel over it. I've already got it all cut apart, but and there's another piece that goes on top of that. But basically, it fits into there, and there's a running light that goes all the way across to both headlights. On the 800, it just has like an eyebrow, basically, so it's missing the unibrow. So that's what I'm working to do now. I'm gonna kind of show you the process of how I got to where I'm at now and what I'm planning on doing with it, with this strip light that I've got there. But anyway, let me show you what I got. So once you get 700 bolts out of the front end to get the plastics all loosened up, the grill pops out, and there's a bunch of bolts on the back side or screws holding that on. That pops out. And then from there, you've got the main housing. This is what it looks like. And I've already got it pulled apart, but so normally headlight retrofits, they use a butyl sealant, or headlights do, and they switched to permaseal. A lot of them did a while back. So I used a Dremel. It's not the cleanest way to do it, but it'll all be hidden anyway. And just went along this top seam or on the bottom all the way around and just pulled it apart. And then you've got the middle section here. Sorry about the mess. I've got still don't have a barn, so I'm working out of the garage right now. But anyway, this comes out of the middle. That's kind of cool. It's like a little, I don't even know what the hell you call it, but it's just a diffuser, really. And then this goes behind that to really help diffuse the light. Again, there's just a bunch of cutting, but you won't be able to see this because this will all be inside the headlight or inside behind this trim piece. I'm trying not to scratch that up too bad. But again, even that'll be inside, so it's not really going to be super visible. I'm just trying to keep it halfway clean. That way, once you get this LED strip, which this is some LEDs that I had laying around from when I built the wheel lights for my golf cart. So I've already got them on hand, might as well use them. Pretty easy. You just solder some wires onto the end right there, and they work, and they're bright as hell. So I'm going to show you what it looks like once I get them cut down to length. So here it is. It looks a little ghetto, but I've got the LED strip glued in there. I started to use epoxy, but I could not get the epoxy to, it wasn't setting up quick enough. It kept popping off. So I just used some hot glue, and I know you're probably thinking, what a hack job. But I've used hot glue on a lot of lighting things before. As long as you use the hot, high temp stuff, it holds up pretty good. And worst case scenario, if it winds up popping up inside of there and it looks like there's a dead spot or something, I'll just pull it back apart. So I'm just going to use this for now and see how it turns out. But time to put it back together. So basically, this is the main diffuser. I'm going to get this popped in here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So main diffuser's in, and we'll add this part here, which that's kind of like the acrylic, I don't know, makes it prettier looking, I guess. Anyway, throw that in there. All right, now that's on there, I'll have to wipe it down, but then we've got the trim piece that goes on top of it. Throw that on. So this might look a little silly, but basically, I've got it back together as close as I'm going to get. You can kind of see where that ugly gap is from where I'd cut it with that Dremel. You're not going to see that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And you can always sand that down if you want. But got it back together. That piece of the housing, I actually broke it off, peeled it off because it was a really thin piece anyway. But it's okay. Basically, I've got it taped together where the two pieces are as close as you're going to get. That's pretty much where it needs to be. And then I will plastic weld it. First, I think I'm going to put a few drops of epoxy between the two, and then plastic weld, and then run a bead of silicone. So we'll do that. So there you have it, partially buttoned back up. Didn't end up plastic welding it. Decided to just epoxy it every few inches, get it nice and tight, and then just fill the gap with some black silicone. But it's good. In person, you can tell the middle strip's a little bit cooler than the eyebrows are, but I think it's close enough, and I think it looks pretty cool. So pretty easy. Took probably, I don't know, 2 hours worth of work, minus the disassembly of the front end. So I like it. Turned out good. Wiring the lights was super easy because there's already a harness back there where they would normally plug into if it was a 1000. If you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll try to answer them as good as I can. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you in the next one.